The Chicago Bulls find themselves up by 2 against the Sacramento Kings. This has been a really fun half. We're going to talk about all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Haize, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central. It's halftime. Bulls versus Kings, 63-61. And right now, the Bulls are cooking. They're doing it as a team. 13 points for Zach LaVine. He has 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in this game. He's 4 for 8. Lonzo Ball's 4 for 6 with 12 points. He also has an assist. Nikola Vucevic is 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And while Patrick Williams, I won't say is like playing amazingly, right? He's been very, very active. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block from Patrick Williams in the first half of this game. Patrick Williams is being very, very active in this game. Josh Giddey's on triple-double watch, 7 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists in this game, only 1 turnover. And overall, that's one of the stories in this game so far. Only 3 turnovers by the Chicago Bulls as a whole so far in this game. And all of those turnovers basically coming in the last 3 minutes of the first half. So the Bulls have been very good at protecting the basketball today, which is a really key point of them. 16 assists on 23 made baskets is really good for this team as well. They're moving the ball around, and they're really, they're handling right now that offensive firepower of the Sacramento Kings. Now, the Kings are also doing it as a team. You got 9 points from De'Aaron Fox, 13 points from Malik Monk, 9 points from Domantas Sabonis, 10 points from DeMar DeRozan, and 9 points from Keegan Murray as well. So they're also a team that's spreading it out right now, and they're also moving the ball. They have 18 assists on 24 made baskets. So these two teams are doing things very, very similar right now as far as how they're trying to attack it, right? And, the Lonzo's more than stepped in. And the one thing that I'll say, and again, I'm not trying to cause any controversy. Listen to the words that I'm saying and not the narratives that people have in their head, for those that need that disclaimer. Lonzo Ball right now is fitting in so well because of, how we said that Billy Donovan has tried to make Kobe White a jump shooter, and that's not Kobe White's game. Lonzo Ball is a jump shooter. So the fact that Lonzo has only taken 6 shots and 5 of those has been at the three-point line, that fits into the scheme that provides more space. And for Giddey and Zach LaVine and those type of things, when you add in the passer that Lonzo is as well, it's just it's more, you don't have to try to make it fit as much as you do Kobe and Josh Giddey. I'm not saying that Kobe should get benched. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just talking about the reality of what's happening on the basketball court. That's it. That's it. I keep saying that. I want everybody to understand, right? Because people will hear me say that and add it to their narrative, and then they'll be like, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Haize. Just bench Kobe. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I just need everybody to really listen to that. I've never seen this team handle traps so well, especially Zach. They are doing that very well. Do you hear Stacey say that Christie's using the same offense the Bulls won 6 chips? Every team in the league runs a modified triangle offense now. Just about. Let me not say every team. That's not shocking. The Warriors have used a modified triangle for years, right? The New York Knicks use a modified triangle. The triangle has basically become the base of modern NBA offenses. Now, it depending on what type of your own wrinkles and things you work in there, but I'm not surprised by that. It's a damn shame how trash P. Will is. It's effing. Oh, listen, P. Will has not been trashed today. He's not been trashed today. He just hasn't. He's shot the ball bad, but he's not been trashed. There's a lot more to basketball than shooting, and P. Will's doing a lot of those other things. Offense for Patrick Williams looks atrocious, but I like his activity. Agreed there for sure. P. Will has the best plus minus on the team. Exactly. That's why I said, I'm not like, he's shot the ball badly, but he's been very active out there. Very, very active out there. Play well, doing good defensively today. They're very locked in defensively. Lonzo finally getting back to the shooting we knew he had. Listen, and that's what could be scary. That's definitely what could be scary. I'm predicting 800 pump fakes in the second half. That's factual and accurate. Billy Donovan doesn't do a great job of recognizing when his players are in foul trouble. I mean, Billy, I don't know if he doesn't do a good job, but you got to keep in mind, like we're missing some key pieces. Like Kobe and Ayo are gone, so it may just be like, hey, that's why he used that challenge for the Lonzo foul. That would have been his third foul. Good game for Pat, but another missed putback dunk. It's pretty incredible how bad he is at dunking, especially considering he has a 7-foot wingspan. Like, it's honestly crazy. Dalen, Giddey, and P. Will all seem to be improving. They're playing well. Hi, Haize. How are you doing? I'm doing all right, Jimmy. How are you doing, fam? If people didn't have all these missed dunks and miscues, we would be in okay. No, that would be a lot more than going on than just P. Will. I really like that Pat. I really like Pat and think he could be much better than he is. But at this point, I think he might need a week in the G League to get confidence, beating up cupcakes, get his mind. That's not going to happen. Like, listen, I told you, like, at some point, we got to stop trying to use tactics to try to get P. Will motivated. He got to find that motivation in himself. Because if you get sit down to the G League and just because you put up a bunch of numbers, that gets you motivated. All right, what you going to do through the next cold streak? That happens to every player, right? So, no, sitting him down to the G League isn't the answer there. Zoe's cooking, but he's going to struggle defending with a shifting player. We'll see. We'll see. We got a hot start since we're driving often instead of just chucking threes. That's been a real good part of this. And also, you got somebody like Giddey hitting the three. I mean, not Giddey, Lonzo hitting the threes that he is. I like the pace and aggressiveness from the team in this game, especially with Lonzo and P. Will making a positive impact in the game so far. Feel you there. Yo, Haize, love the content, bro. One of my guys on the pick inside pod wanted to know Bulls content creators, so I shouted you out. Hope that's okay. Hopefully we see meaningful games played here soon, man. Hey, hope so. I mean, yeah, that's always good. I mean, I'm always down to collab with content creators. You ain't never got to ask for permission to shout me out. I appreciate that. Haize, do you think Jalen Smith shoot too many three-pointers to be a center? I mean, yes and no. Like, I mean, of course, if he was a starting center, he'd have to do some different things. But I think when you're playing backup, it really is about the specific role they have carved out for you, right? Deanna, what's going on? Are you at the game today? What's the plus minus of Josh Lonzo lineups this season? Let's see. I could take a look at that. I could figure that out pretty quickly. Give me a second. Let's see. Let's take a look. So let's go to lineups. On off. Let's look at Josh Giddey, Lonzo Ball. So when Josh Giddey and Lonzo Ball are on the court together, they've played. This is not taken in this game because it doesn't update during game. 129 minutes together. They have a plus minus of plus 66, a net rating of plus 25, and an offensive rating of 126 in their lineups together. So there you go. And a defensive rating of 101, which is really good. Really good. So many different looks we can run, especially when Ayo's healthy. I mean, especially offensively, right? There are so many different things that we can do, but when this team is playing like they are right now, yeah, for sure. Trip dub incoming for Giddey. You can never bet on that because you just don't know what Billy Donovan's going to do in the second half, right? I feel you. He's on pace for a triple double for sure, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm just now tuning into the game. Please tell. Oh, yeah. Right. Listen, P. Will got 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block in this game, and 5 points in the first half. P. Will's actually playing pretty solidly today. Not shooting the ball well, but he's playing pretty solidly today. I missed the pregame show, unfortunately. What is Kobe out with? Bad hair day? A neck injury. It's a neck injury. Eric Soto says, I'm driving to work, listening to your channel. Blessings, bro. Go Bulls. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you checking in, man. Pat and Dalen are playing aggressive, but I'm loving the mindset they're coming in with. Do you think that's just because Debo's on the court, or because they're seeing more minutes, or maybe both? I mean, Pat's seeing his normal minutes. But I do think that they probably got, like you heard before the game, Patrick Williams said that he asked for the DeMar DeRozan assignment to guard him. He wasn't going to let anybody else do it. So I definitely think that they're definitely in for it. I definitely think that. Hey y'all, I can't hear because I'm that's going on. Oh, there it goes. Because I'm at the game, but I'm here for the vibes. Appreciate that, Seaway. Hold it down for us. And you know what? We gotta you gotta get some Chicago Bulls Central, like a sign. You gotta, when you're at the game, be like, y'all go support my boy. Yo, Haize, if you were running the current squad, what would you add to improve the roster? I think we have a good foundation to build upon. We have a lot of young guys, but they've been around a while. I mean, we need the same things we've been needing. We need rim protection. And I think at this point now, we can also go with another versatile defender, right? But we definitely need some rim protection. We definitely need a little bit more size. I think that would definitely help the team considerably. I think his girlfriend caused the neck issue. I think that was the working theory we were running on. The girlfriend caused the neck issue. I don't know if you've seen Kobe White's girlfriend. I'm sure she probably caused that neck issue. People need to go to move on offense and just work on that one move. No, I don't even know it's that. Like, people, listen, people with this team, right? This version of the team, when you have so many guards that can get you the ball, I just would like to see people cut to the rim more often. I really do think that if he cuts to the rim more often, that it would help him so much. I really do think that. During the offseason, I want Aline Terry. Aline Terry. All right, Shea Jr. Aline Terry. That's crazy. I got you. I appreciate that. And you give details what happened with White, what caused the injury. They haven't given those details. We don't know exactly what. I think it's like a soft tissue thing, so it could have been anything from a stinger or whatever else. Yeah, I don't think it's anything serious though. Paul George said he bored playing with the 76ers. He could fit good with the Bulls. In what way can we get Paul George? You tell me the way in which we can get Paul George. Tell me that. Tell me how that could happen. Keep up the content, bro. You don't recycle the same bullshit, but dress it up in different, like some sports content. Listen, I get bored with myself if I did that, bro. Like, I try to always bring a different angle. I mean, I do update things, right? Like, I'll talk about Zach's play now, right? And then if he keeps us up in 10 games, I'll talk about it again, but from a different angle, of course, right? Like, but yeah, I mean, the way that I look at it is this, right? Is that if I'm going to do something, I do this show. I'm 1,307. Today was 1,317 straight days of doing this show. If you're going to do something that much every single day, you got to find your own challenges in it. That's why if you notice, like this year, I've been a lot more. This been the first season where I've really worked in the heavy analytics as consistently as what I have. I've always looked at them, but I work it in more and more and more, right? And I think that I've reached a place where I can talk heavy analytical, but still maintain the vibe so what it doesn't sound like I'm just throwing numbers at you, right? And it took me 3 years to find that balance, right? Because if you go and look at an episode last year where I talked about a lot of analytics, it was more like, yeah, and in this possession we shot the ball 65%, and it, so now I'm like, I feel like I found the good balance of it, right? Like I always talk about, like with players, there's that point where you're the mental part of the game and your physical, they overlap, right? And then hopefully your mental starts rising, the cerebral part of the game starts rising as the physicality declines, right? As your physicality starts declining with age. I think I've reached my part in my podcasting thing where like the style and the substance are right at the same level, right? And I've gotten to that point and we have a lot of fun, but if you really dig and realize, like, outside of just the style I presented in, there's a lot of goddamn content and a lot of things in there, man. So, it is what it is. That's not even to toot my own horn. I try to get there, man. Funny, it seems like we finally figured out chemistry that works. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good right now. Score update, Philly 7, FGB 0. That's hilarious, man. But all right, y'all. Going to get ready to wrap up the halftime hangout. Games coming back on. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See y'all post.